All right, how's it going? So, wanted to talk today about how you're a lot freer than you think you are. Now, this is something in my videos. I'm always chatting shit about stuff that I've learned and stuff that took me a long time to learn. So this isn't. Don't think I'm fucking chatting shit to you. I'm really trying to help out. So I hope at least some of this makes sense. Some of this helps out. But ever since I've been younger, now I'm nearing in on 30. But ever since I've been younger, I've always had certain insecurities. Everyone does. And let's start talking about some of them. What are they? My nose too big. My hair. I've got decent hair. Looks alright. I'm on like treatment and stuff now, but you can see some thinning like over here. So I gotta like find ways to cover that up. Um, what else? Like I never thought I was like super good looking or anything. So we got a little jack. We got some gains. So I feel alright now. But I was very insecure about that for a while, and so many more things. School wise, I was pretty fucking stupid. Like, barely graduated high school on time. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it anywhere. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything in my life, etc., etc. Like I could go on and on. I was a very, very insecure person. And the main thing I've learned through all of that is that I always thought that my problems were due to something outside. So, for example, oh, girls, their standards are too high and shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I can't get laid for shit. Or it's like it's job market too hard, or this teacher's a dick, or whatever. And the more and more I grow up, and the more success, quote unquote success, I've gotten. Because how do you define success? That's a whole fucking other philosophical topic. But like I do well now. Like I've had some experience on relationship side. I'm making good money. Especially for my age, making damn good money. So we. And the point I'm trying to make is the main thing I've come to realize, and the main way I've been able to improve on all those things, is by recognizing that I'm the one who has a lot more control than I think I do, but I also have a lot less control than I think I do. So let's elaborate. In terms of, let's just take dating. So I touched on two sides there, really dating and career, and honestly, that's been the bulk of kind of what's ran through my mind as a young 20-year-old. So in terms of dating, what don't I have control over? I don't have control over this. Well, I guess I get fucking whatever they call rhinoplasty, whatever. I ain't doing that shit. I don't have control over this. I don't have control over how tall I was born, you know. But what do I have control over? I do have control over how many people I approach. I do have control over how many times I put myself out there. And in terms of like, whether your goal is to get laid a lot or get into a serious relationship, for a serious relationship, you only need one person. To get laid a lot, you need what, 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000? Even that's like a minuscule amount of the, like if we look at all the women in the world, like 2,000 is a very, very small amount. So even then, regardless of if you're short, tall, what skin color you are, how you look, obviously it's going to be easier if you're better looking. I'm not denying that. But, you go up to bat enough times, you'll probably hit a home run, whatever, 200, 300 times, right? So, point being is to get to your goal, you have everything, all the things are in your control for you to get to your goal. But you're just frankly being a little bit of a bitch and be like, oh my god, this, oh my god, this, oh my god, it's so unfair. It's like, life is unfair for you one way, and the other person you're looking up to, like, yo, this guy's like the shit. He has it so easy. It's unfair for him in other ways that you uh, probably won't understand until you're either mature enough or you get to interact with that person on a more human level. So the point to make is, again, you were in a lot more control than you thought you were. What's another thing that's, I'm raised in like a very strict household, so my parents always like wouldn't let me go out as much and such, and that's something that bothered me for a long time. And then that mentality, even as I grew into an adult, kind of stuck with me, where I felt restricted. But I had to wake up to that and be like, okay, now I'm a grown ass man. I pay the bills. Like I can leave whenever the fuck I want. It's like I can, if they get mad at it, they get mad at it. Like, but to act like you have no control is stupidity. Do you get me? So I'm hoping some of that is at least making sense somewhere. Of course, in anything we want to accomplish in life, there's places where we don't have control. This is without a doubt. But there are a lot more places where we have control. And you're only going to get any benefit in life. You're only going to get far in life. You're only going to fucking achieve shit in life if you stop fucking focusing on shit that you don't have control. It's not going to do you any good. Okay, even if like like the rhetoric, like girls are like, oh, all guys are terrible, guys like all girls are terrible. Even if that shit is true, like what the fuck are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Okay, most girls are terrible. Cool. Try to find the ones that aren't fucking terrible. What other option do you have, bro? Like and not that I think most girls are terrible. I'm just trying to derive an example to prove the point. It's like, why are you even fucking giving any attention to the part that's not in your control? Oh, that's not fuck it. It's that's a what are we gonna do? You know. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, some of that shit made sense somewhere. But point being, think about what's in your control and maximize that. And the results from that, I think, will be so damn good that you probably, once you start getting those good results, you'll probably stop giving a shit about the stuff that wasn't in your control.